Recently, a news article released by CCTV sparked discussions. A young couple born in the 1990s who set up a stall at Qingkou Night Market in Yiwu of Zhejiang Province earned revenue of 9,184 RMB in one evening, just by selling teppanyaki-style tofu and potatoes. This amount is higher than the monthly income for most people. Because the business is booming, even 250 kilograms of potatoes and 125 kilograms of tofu per day were not enough to meet the demand. We can see in the video that they would do live streaming on TikTok whilst operating the stall, and even providing online training and selling product formulas. They wake up at 11 a.m. every day and start preparing for the night market around noon. The night market starts at 5 p.m. and continues till 2 a.m. As China's unemployment problem amongst the youth is severe, CCTV aired this news report to encourage young people to start their businesses to make a living. However, because this couple's daily revenue reached 9,000 RMB, some questioned whether it was exaggerated. After the video was broadcasted, related topics became popular searches on Weibo, and some even raised concerns about whether they were evading taxes. Actually, netizens are not jealous of this couple's high income, but rather do not trust the consistently fake news from CCTV. The Different Perspectives Weibo account posted on March 27th, stating that most netizens are not envious of others' success, but cannot stand deceit. The reason why netizens want to investigate the taxes is more to expose the fraud, because they have doubts about this news. The article stated that with a revenue of 9,000 RMB per day, and the unit price of the tofu and potatoes were sold at 9 RMB per serving, they would need to sell around 1,000 servings in one night, or on average 2 servings per minute. They also need to consider the time used for cooking, cashiering, and packaging, so the figures are unrealistic. In response to the netizens' doubts, the stall owner responded that there is an iron plate on the snack cart that is 2.8 meters by 80 centimeters. We serve many portions in one go, not separately. We can serve 5 to 6 servings at a time on the iron plate, which takes about 2 minutes. Apart from the couple, they also hired 2 employees. Although the serving time is tight, they can keep up with the demand. In response to netizens' query on the net profit, the store owner said, the cost of ingredients is 2,000 RMB. The salary of the 2 employees together is 18,000 RMB per month, and the stall fee is 340,000 RMB per year. After deducting these expenses, with a daily revenue of over 9,000 RMB, the net profit is about 5,000 RMB. Currently, it is understood that the local health and tax authorities have indeed approached the stall and conducted inspections following relevant procedures and standards. However, there is no definitive outcome. Some netizens seem to know the truth and said, the media originally reported a revenue of 6,000 RMB, but it became 9,000 on CCTV. I went to Qingkou a few days ago and couldn't find this stall, but compared to the speed of other stalls that sell similar products, a revenue of $5,000 to $6,000 a night is not realistic, unless the potatoes were made of gold. Another netizen said that the Yiwu commodities market is collapsing, so where are all these customers coming from? CCTV has had similar reports in the past that have backfired. In 2018, there was a report where a young man born in the 1990s opened a store on Taobao specializing in repairing the crotch area of ripped jeans. He repaired over 2,000 pairs of jeans in 1 year, earning over $1 million. Some netizens questioned that the repair costs $500 when a new pair of jeans only costs $200. So is it the customers or the reporters who lack common sense? On March 20th, a video went viral on the internet of a university graduate from Zhengzhou making over $10,000 a month just from collecting scrap. Many mainland media outlets had reported that Huang, a graduate born after 1995, majoring in international economics and trade at the prestigious Zhengzhou University, had started her own business of collecting scraps last August because she didn't want to be stuck in routine repetitive work. She now earns a 5-digit income per month and has achieved a certain degree of financial freedom. The video shows Huang going door to door collecting scraps, but she was dressed neatly and sometimes wears trendy clothes. Hence, netizens questioned the authenticity of this event. One netizen said, for her to earn $10,000 per month, she needs to earn at least $300 per day. Collecting cardboard boxes earns the most, with each kilogram costing 1.4 to 1.8 yuan. To earn 300 yuan, she'll need to collect about 400 kilograms of cardboard boxes per day, which is equivalent in weight to 8 bags of cement. Another said, it's nonsense. Who would be dressed so nicely when collecting scraps? She was prepared with full makeup to stage the scene. One other netizen commented, now even graduates from prestigious universities are collecting scraps for a living. So sad. The report ends with Huang saying that education should not put people on a pedestal. Some have pointed out that this tone is consistent with the recent criticism by the Chinese Communist Party, that college graduates are unwilling to do blue-collar work. Kong Yiji is a character created by Chinese novelist Lu Xun. In the novel, Kong Yiji is a poor scholar who failed to pass the imperial examinations in the late Qing dynasty. Despite his destitute life, he maintains his dignity by wearing a long gown and refusing to do lowly work. The Kong Yiji long gown incident refers to a recent social media trend, where young netizens imitate the tone of Kong Yiji to mock themselves for studying hard for many years, but yet unable to find a good job, expressing their frustrations. The Central Committee of the Communist Youth League followed with an article condemning the Kong Yiji literature trend as an unfounded insult to young people who study hard and stay out of trouble. They warned that if one's thinking is constrained by the long gown, they might miss out on job opportunities. On March 25th, a song called Cheerful and Bright Kong Yiji went viral on Bilibili as a result to the ongoing criticism of the Kong Yiji phenomenon. The lyrics include lines such as, even if I fall into the river, I won't sell myself cheaply as a laborer, insinuating that young people prefer to lie flat instead of working. Lying flat is a recent phenomenon amongst Chinese youngsters who see no future for them due to high costs of living and intense competition. The song also says, you drive a Lamborghini and laugh at me for not working hard enough, expressing the frustration and helplessness of young people from lower socioeconomic backgrounds. Additionally, the song also has the line, we study to make China great, not to become delivery drivers, reflecting a sense of dissatisfaction. However, the video has been deleted from the website. Later, the creator of the song responded on Chinese forum website Zhihu that he had been unemployed for a long time. His mother was hospitalized and he was in debt. He tried to work as a delivery man but scratched someone else's car. He wanted to make money by singing on Bilibili, but he tested positive for COVID-19. At this time, he saw the official media criticizing young people for not taking off their long robes just like Kong Yiji, so he wrote this song to express his feelings. Now that his account was banned, he lost the last avenue to make money. Shortly after he posted this message, his Zhihu account was also banned. Subsequently, all his other online accounts such as Weibo and NetEase Cloud Music was also deleted. We do not know what other means this young man has to make a living. A netizen commented, the common people now are even worse off than Kong Yiji. If Lu Xun were alive today, he would either be angered to death or be forced to death by the Communist Party. In the video, a young man shares his struggle with unemployment despite having an impressive academic and professional background. He mentions having a master's degree from a prestigious 985 university and previously working as a senior reporter for Southern Weekend. However, he has been jobless for over 6 months, and despite his qualifications, he has not been able to secure any employment due to his age. At 35 years old, he feels that many employers view him as too old to be hired. To make ends meet, he took up a job as a delivery driver, but found it challenging to compete with more skilled drivers. He also attempted to apply for a position as a Taoist priest at a temple in his hometown of Qingcheng, Sichuan province, but was disappointed to learn that they were not interested in hiring anyone over the age of 35, even though he had studied Taoism in college. Despite his efforts, he was not able to secure even an internship position with a monthly salary of 2,000 RMB. He expressed his frustration and disappointment with the current job market and the challenges he faced as an older job seeker in China.
我985硕士研究生失业半年多了，还没找到工作，投出去的简历 98.75% 都石沉大海。也就是说，每100份里面可能有1份回复我的，并且说不合适。虽然有很好的工作经历和研究生学历，但是年龄过了35岁之后，真的是无人问津啊。
We have reported multiple times before that since the outbreak of the pandemic, the Chinese Communist Party's policy of zero COVID has led to a loss of economic vitality. Coupled with the relocation of the industrial chain and the collapse of the real estate market, especially the closure of a large number of small and medium-sized private enterprises, unemployment has increased dramatically. The unemployment rate among young people, especially urban youth aged 16 to 25, has remained high, reaching 20% at one point. In addition, the class of 2023 is about to graduate, which means even more young people will need work. According to official data, the number of graduates in 2023 will reach 11.74 million, an increase of 1 million from 10.67 million in 2022. It has become common for university graduates to be unemployed. To suppress any potential rebellion by the unemployed youth, the authorities have employed various propaganda tactics. Mainstream media often publishes articles urging young people not to lie down and that there are ways out. Official media has ignored common sense and fabricated fake news to influence opinions. Now, the CCP is hyping the street stalls economy yet again. In December last year, Shanghai quietly lifted the ban on street vendors after the end of the lockdown. On January 30th this year, the media suddenly reported that Beijing's key business districts can now set up street stalls. Official media reported that some owners of food stalls claimed to make at least 30,000 RMB per day when they were allowed to operate. This was questioned by the public. Most street vendors only operate a few hours each day, and assuming they work for 8 hours a day, the stall owner would have to sell snacks for more than $1 each second to earn 30,000 RMB a day. With soaring unemployment rates and many people cooking their meals at home to save money, how can a food stall make 30,000 RMB in daily revenue? So what's it really like setting up a food stall? What's even scarier is that everyone is still setting up their stalls and someone shouts, "City management is here." An old man selling candied hawthorn will be robbed by the city police or urban management. Even if you sell dumplings in front of your shop, they will smash your stall. The urban police will come to your meat stall and take away goods without paying. At any time, stalls may be overturned by the urban police. An elderly man in his 70s is selling vegetables to scrape by and claims the urban police robbed him. On March 21st in Shenzhen, the urban police robbed a vendor's cart, and foreigners stood up to speak for the vendors. These urban police really know how to make a living. The fine for setting up stalls is $1,000 per square meter. How is this the people's street vendor economy? It's clearly revenue for the authorities. On March 24th in Zhejiang province, an elderly woman selling malt candy and a lady selling candied hawthorns at the entrance of Shaoxing Shen Garden were taken away by management. The urban police started their $0 purchase and took watermelons directly from the vendor's cart. In Weinan City in Shanxi province, a mother and daughter selling balloons were unexpectedly robbed by urban management. The little girl tearfully cried out, "We're not selling anymore."